you'd have told me like a year ago that I was going to have a brain tumour and I was going to have cancer and I was having all this treatment, I would be like, what? I would laugh at you. I wouldn't have thought it would happen to me, but I think that's what everybody thinks.
Every day in this country, 6 teenagers are diagnosed with cancer. The majority will be treated on either adult or children's wards, often without any contact with other teenagers.
You know, when you're a teenager, you've got all these sort of problems anyway. Like, you've got a load of angst about, you know, what you're going to do in your life, like who your friends are, like the girls you're trying to meet and stuff like that. So you've got a lot of things going on, and then to have cancer thrown in on top of that, it kind of screws up the whole thing.
Hello people, thank you all for coming. I'm Prince.
And I'm Anthony. How is everyone? We're both ex-cancer patients. Prince has been in remission for nearly 7 months, and I've been in remission for nearly 2 years now, so it's all thanks to TCT that we're still here and alive, so let's make some noise for them, yeah?
I think I could have taken my illness in 2 ways, very negatively or very positively. True. And I think without TCT, I would have probably ended up taking it negatively because I was a really angry boy.
When I was 17, I got diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. But unlike Prince, I wasn't lucky enough to be treated on a TCT ward. I had all my treatment on an adult oncology ward. Now, if you can imagine, I was 17 at the time, on a ward with sort of 6 beds, full of people who were all, you know, 60, 70, 80 years old. And to be 17 and going through an illness such as cancer, to be on a ward like that does not give you much hope for the future. The first time I met anyone else my age with cancer was when I went to Find Your Sense of Tumour, which is a conference that TCT do every year.
Does the tea taste better when you two are together?
And that's where I met Prince. The most amazing thing for me was to look around the room and see 600 other people my age who'd all been through the same thing and were willing to talk about their experiences. The best thing of all was the fact that they all let their hair down and had an amazing time for 3 days.
It's like everyone here has been through, everyone has been through cancer in some way or some form, and they've dealt with it. So it's like here, it's like this is a place you can come where people from different backgrounds, different places, different races, different types of home, all come together and feel like one because we've all dealt with the same thing.
When they said cancer, I thought, that's it, my hair's gone. That's all I thought about. Exactly.
Maybe. I was a 15-year-old teenage girl and I work in a hairdresser's. I had long blonde extensions and it was like the worst thing in the world was, oh my God, what about my hair?
I cried my eyes out. I just sat there and I think I paused for a second and it went silent in the room and I just went.
But once it actually happened, it wasn't so bad, and I got like a wig, and it wasn't so bad. I got used to wearing it. Now I've got about 4, and I just change them all the time to trick people. Like last night, I had a platinum blonde curly wig on. Today I've gone for the brunette, but later on tonight I'm going to have another one.
TCT is not just about medical treatment for me. They helped me out with a lot of issues that I had after I finished chemo, like psychological problems like depression and sort of the feeling of being lost, and that's where it sort of came in for me.
Cancer is such a pernicious disease that despite modern medical advances, the sad fact is not everyone survives. But TCT has a mission, and that is to make sure that every teenager with cancer has a really positive experience.
The quality of the TCT unit is like so much better than any other ward I've been on because it's got everything you want. It's like, it's kind of like, it became my second home really.
The nursing support was absolutely fantastic, but actually probably the teenagers in that unit and the encouragement that they gave one another, it was like being part of a family. And all those teenagers have made a huge positive impact on our lives. And having travelled on part of their journey with them, and sadly for some of them to the end, we wouldn't have missed it for the world. Wouldn't have missed it for the world.
I'm a sort of huge believer in TCT. I support them as much as I support my football team. I've said this more than once, and I think it should formally go on camera.